Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, I'm David Osaime, a direct response marketer, and I create amazing videos like this you're about to watch. So in today's video, we'll be looking at a very important topic for every business owner, entrepreneurs, digital creator, or even influencer. This is a very important one. So we are looking at branding, and we'll also be considering the key factors that sum up what branding is. So we are looking at what is a brand, what is brand identity, and what is personal branding. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. So firstly, we'll be looking at what is a brand. So this is quite a very interesting one because people misunderstood logo to be the brand. So let's look at what brand is not. Now, your logo is not your brand. Your text, your typography is not your brand. The product is not your brand. The promise you're making to your customers or your clients is not your brand. So what then is the brand? Now, according to Martin Neumeyer, this is the father of branding. In his best-selling book, that's The Brand Gap. You can check the book out. He defined brand as the people's gut feeling about your service, about your offer, your product, or even your company. So that is what Martin Neumeyer defined brand to be. Now, when you break this down, you're looking at what people say about your products, what people say about your offer, your company. That is the brand. It is what your customer have to say about what you're offering. That is what makes the brand, not what you as the creator or the owner says it is. So you're looking at people's perspective about what you're offering. What do people have to say? What is their experience after making use of your products? What is the reputation you've built in the long run? That is what the brand is. It is not the promise you're making. It is not even the product. It is not the name. It is not the logo. That is a brand symbol. We'll get to that later on. But when you're looking at brand, you're looking at reputation. You're looking at what are people saying about my product. Because in the long run, whether or not your company will be successful, it is what people are saying about it, right? When you're looking at brand, you're looking at people's perception, people's experience when they make use of your product, people's experience after you deliver a service to them. Take, for example, the luxurious companies like car companies, right? The Rolls Royce, the Lamborghinis. What makes people purchase Lamborghini despite the price? Despite the limited edition that had been created. A Lamborghini or Rolls Royce of a particular year might just have 50 collections all around the world, but they still get sold out. Why do people purchase these products despite the prices? It is the brand this company has built over the years. It is the reputation that they've built. What are people saying about Lamborghini? What do people say about Rolls Royce? The experience in riding a Rolls Royce, is it the same with that when you are in a Toyota Camry? It's quite different. It's definitely different. Or even the status it gives, the class it gives, the kind of mindset it gives that I ride a Lamborghini or I own a Rolls Royce. That is what we call brand. It is the experience you are instilling in the mind of your users. It is what they say it is. That is what it is. That simply is brand. Look at other companies. You can look at Coca-Cola. It's a very big company that's been around for over 120 years. Look at what Coca-Cola is doing. They don't just sell soft drink, they sell experience, they sell happiness. That is the experience. It gives a sense of relaxation. So that is the experience behind taking a bottle of Coca-Cola. That is what you are trying to sell. You are trying to sell experience. You are building a reputation for your brand. You are making people feel good of themselves. That is what brand is about. So it's not about the product, it's not about the service or the price or whatever it is. It is the end result of what people get when they purchase from you, when they make use of your product, or when they take actions towards buying what you're offering. That is what brand is. Now that you get the concept of brand, so the next is to look at brand identity. Now, this is something people usually misconsider to be the brand. Meanwhile, it is brand identity. So when you're looking at the logo, when you're looking at the text, that's the typography, you're looking at color, the color palette, probably on your websites, on your social media pages and all, those are brand identity. These are graphical representation or visual representation of what statements your brand is making. When people see your logo, does it have a click in their mind that, oh, this is this particular company, this is this particular car brand, this is this particular luxurious brand, or whatever it is? So that is what brand identity creates. When you are creating a feel, a look to your brand, that is brand identity. Your logo is a part of your brand identity, your typography, your colors that you make use of in your designs, your flyers, and all is part of your brand identity. Even down to your website, it is a part of brand identity. Take, for example, you have a product to sell, down to your delivery pack, probably a paper bag, a carton, whatever it is, the imprints that are on it, it is a part of your brand identity. Now, when you're looking at logo, we have varieties of logo formats, but the two important one, or most important one, I would say, is the text logo and icon logo. So when considering having a logo, you need to have two very vital types of logo. That is the text logo and then the icon logo. We have other types of logo, but these two are very, very important because on your website, you need to have your icon right there. Then for a new brand or a new company, you need to have a text logo as well, which is literally your name, the name of your company, right? So you need to have a text logo and then an icon logo. So you want to check that out and then make sure you have those two if you don't have all other forms of logo. So that is brand identity. The visual representation of your company is your brand identity. Now that you know what brand is and what brand identity is, then this will lead us to the process of branding. So what is branding? Now, branding is the actions you take towards building your brand. So every actionable step you take, every intentional step you take towards making your brand known, towards making your company known, towards expanding your company, towards getting more customers, that is the process of branding. So branding is not just a thing you do a day, then you're over it. Branding is every actionable step you take towards making your company known, towards putting it out there to the world. That is what branding is. So you're looking at strategic ways to build your brand and manage it. I mean, I was making an example of Coca-Cola the other time. Coca-Cola has been around for over 120 years and they are still in existence till now. Look at car brands. We have BMW, Mercedes-Benz. These companies have been around for over 100 years as well, and they are still making cars till this age. Why? It's because they adapt to innovation. They adapt to the technology that is around right now. When you see companies that are not doing well or it seems as though they fade off, it is because they didn't advance. So as a business owner, as a guy who is trying to create a brand, you need to adapt to what is happening at the moment. Every new innovation, you want to employ it towards making your brand a better one, a successful one. So that is what branding. So every step you take towards making your product sustainable, towards making it reaching to more people, solving problems and being of value, that is what branding is about. When you're looking at increasing the perception of people about your brand, then you are thinking branding. What to make your company do better over the competitor, that is branding. It is the branding strategies you have. That is what will differentiate your company from that of the competitors. Why will people prefer Nike over Adidas? Is it that Adidas are not making nice shoes as much as Nike does? No, it's not about that, but it is the preference, the perception they instilled in the minds of the people, in the minds of the customers. That's what will make Nike do better than Reebok or Nike do better than Adidas. So it is the perception. That is what branding is. Take a look at commercial banks. You're having a birthday and you just woke up to a message from your bank. That is an intentional step to building a perception in your mind. They want you to feel special at that point, which always works. I mean, you woke up and you got a message from your bank. Not like they still won't charge you for the charges and all of that. But that alone is an intentional step and you would appreciate it at that time. So that is branding. Another thing is considering marketing strategies as a form of branding. So you're looking at how can we reach more people? How can we cover more grounds? How can our product or our service, our offer get across to more people? Those are strategic plans. That is part of branding. So this helps your company sustainable. It builds a long-lasting impression in the minds of the customers. That simply is what branding is about. Finally, let's talk about personal branding. So this is a very interesting one. Why? Is because it's about you being the brand yourself. Personal branding is marketing yourself, you putting yourself out there. I love the word positioning. You want to position yourself in a place of authority. Let people know what you do. Okay, I'm a freelancer. So you want to tell the world of how special of a freelancer you are. You want to tell the world how special of an entrepreneur you are. So one thing about with building your personal brand is putting yourself out there. Make yourself an authority over the value you possess, over the skill sets that you have. So you want to, the simplest thing to do is to create an online presence. How can you be talking about personal branding in this age and you're not on social media? How can you be talking of personal branding and you are scared of people seeing what you do, or people knowing what you do, or you're scared of people seeing your face, knowing your name? You are an introvert. It's beyond that. So when you're thinking of personal branding, you are thinking of putting yourself out there. Let people see what you can do. Let people see what you're capable of doing. So create a social media account, be on Instagram, be on TikTok, or whatever it is, whichever is you are okay with. If it's Twitter, you don't want to post your picture, but you're good with writing, go on Twitter, go on all these other writing platforms, create content, put it out there. That is personal branding. You are marketing yourself as the brand. You can be a professional and create a brand around it. You can be a freelancer and create a brand around it. You can be an influencer, create a brand around it. You can be an artist, create a brand around it. So personal branding is about marketing yourself. With personal branding, you create a presence of what you do and why you do it. So this will implore people to want to know more about you. It will implore people to want to employ you or give you jobs, or make you a part of great things. So think about personal brand. It's very, very vital in building yourself. Now, with personal branding, this is a very interesting one because I said this on one of my videos. I picked up content creation. I'm making videos on YouTube. I'm making videos on TikTok, Instagram, and these other platforms. That is a part of me branding myself because I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of, making valuable videos that people could watch, learn from. That is personal branding. So as long as you have something of value to offer, as long as you have something doing or something you want to start doing, create a personal brand around it. Start creating content on social media. Start telling people what it is you can do. That is simply personal branding. All right, we've come to the end of this video. If you watched till this end, that means you find this video helpful, which I'm really grateful for that you watched to this extent, right? So make sure you like the video. It will help get across to much more people. And if you have any questions, drop in the comment section. I reply to all questions. And lastly, kindly subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much once again. I'll see you on my next video.